I've got 3 boys. It's like a wrestling ring every day. Oh, I said the second time I really wanted to try for a girl, and then I got a boy. And then the third time I said, you know what, if it's a boy, it is what it is. But I really want to try for a girl. That's the only reason why I went back for it. And it still came out a boy, so it's fine. It is what it is. So we chose this kinder due to the proximity, and also because the school rating was rated as exceeding. There were 2 key factors that were important to us. Yeah. It felt very welcoming initially, and I had my older son come here as well, and they were very open from the very start. So Evan sort of just picked up and ran with it. He was very good. I actually initially this year, because we moved recently, I wanted to move him closer to where we were moving, but I found that because he was enjoying it here so much, like he really enjoys like the teachers here. I didn't want to do it. I just said, look, it's another year, it'll be fine. Like I'll just have to make do with, just the travel a little bit. So I really enjoy this kinder because it's quite immersive. It's a one big room for all the kids. The groups are smaller, and I found with like the kinder daycares that they sort of cross over, because there are so many rooms, it can get quite confusing. And then there's a lot of crossover with like teachers there as well. So, they'll do 2 days there in that room and then 2 days in the other room. And then the kids don't really get that chance to really, and same with the teachers, they don't really get that chance to really bond and get to know each other like to this level. So I find that this kinder in particular is quite intimate, and it's been great for them because he comes home and he trusts them, and he loves talking about them as well. So it's been really good. It's almost like they're his friends, so which is great. He's built a really solid trusting relationship with his 3 main teachers, which is Angela, Sabina for one, and Aminda. So like he's very open to telling them like whatever he needs. He's very trusting. I know there's a lot of like competition around the area just recently, but I find that because this particular kinder, the sessions are like they're smaller groups of sessions, so I find that there's a lot more opportunity for teachers and caretakers to actually spend time with the kids, and they really get to know each child really well. Whereas I find that the other schools, because I've taken him to a few other ones around the area just to sort of try it out, he didn't really connect as well with them. So I find here he really enjoys it. Like they really take the time to get to know each and every child. One of the good reasons about the kinder as well is because the play area in the back, the garden, is actually quite large. It's good for the gardening, open play. The sandpit is actually really good as well. He loves the sandpit. But also it's great because they can do a lot of gardening. So the sunflowers, I think they've planted like vegetables and strawberries. So I think they've had lettuce, like a salad mix, lots of other little things, but it's great because they have the space for it. So that's been really enjoyable to see. And like when we get their weekly updates and we see those, that's actually really, it's a really fun thing to see, them do. He wasn't very open and social at the start, but spending the two years here, he's learnt to be a lot more open. He's a lot more talkative. He's experimental. He actually enjoys doing like community work, so like planting trees or plants and flowers, cleaning, the gardening in general, and just even like making things with the group. So like some days they'll do a bit of cooking, so like they'll make pancakes. He loves getting involved with those things, and then he'll come home and then he'll want to try it as well. So that I found was really important. He enjoys a bit of everything. Because his day is so varied and it's always changing. He loves Play-Doh. The pretend play, the magnetic tiles, story time. He loves story time as well. And then the interactive part to it, so the cooking and the gardening, as well as the community interaction, that he loves that, because he'll come home and he'll tell me all sorts of things. So when they had the Greater Western Water come out to teach them about water conservation, he would come home and he'd be like, don't run the water because you're wasting water, you have to turn it off if you're not using it. So he picks up a lot of these, like he just absorbs a lot of information from kinder throughout the day, and then he'll just sprinkle it here and there at home. So I must admit, and also I found it really good that they incorporate a lot of what the kids enjoy into what they do. So I think a lot of the kids, they planted sunflowers, because I think Evan was really into, well, he's into flowers, so at one point, and then they decided to plant sunflowers in the summer. And then he would come and he'd come in and he'd enjoy, like he'd look after them, and then he'd tend to them and water them, and they check up on them every day. And then he comes home and then he updates me. So he gets really excited about those things. It's good, it's great, the engagement that they do with the kids, have with the kids. So there was a year where both my older son Harvey and Evan were together. So Harvey was in 4-year-old kinder and Evan was in 3-year-old kinder, so it overlapped a little bit. And I found that was really pivotal for Evan, because he had his older brother there to help guide him, just to show him around, and just let him know that basically this was a safe space for him. The teachers were open and welcoming, and the kids were friendly, the staff were friendly, and I know they're complete polar opposites, so they don't play together, but it was important having someone that he was familiar with there, just in that vicinity for him, and then from there he just really took off. So once like this year started, and he was on his own, he really didn't. It didn't faze him at all. So he was quite used to it, and he loves coming here, so it's great. It was gradual, but then there would just be days where he would just, like, I'd come through the door and he'd just run in, knows where his bag is, knows where to put his water bottle, and then he just runs off and he wash his hands, and then he goes and plays. So at the start it was a little bit funny, but also because he had his brother as well. And then his brother would come in and be like, this is where this goes, that's where that goes. And then it sort of built his confidence from there. So then once he was on his own, he was just going with it. And he loves his teachers, so they were really helpful. So they would come in and they would support him with all of that as well. If I was to describe Willis Street Kindergarten in 3 words, I'd say it'd have to be open, trusting, and very caring.